My team project for TEE 3020 with Steve Williams. I'm really excited to tell you guys about my team project because I had a lot of fun doing it and it was a really big project. What we did was installed a DSL connection to a new business that was going in the Uinta Basin. I work for Strata Networks, so I was able to do this with work and for this class. Worked out really good, and the customer is a big customer putting in a great big gas plant just outside of one of our serving areas. So there's multiple teams within this project. We had our sales team, our line assigning team, our installers, which my team, engineering, construction. And on the customer's end, we had their office personnel, their IT personnel, their construction contractors, and their electricians. All right, so within the teams of Strata Networks, the sales team took care of talking to the customer and knowing what packages they wanted and putting the order in, setting it up to get us out there. The line assigning group is the group of Strata Networks who checks for the availability to service the customer to see if we can even feed them and give them internet. And for this case, the line assigners knew that we could, but they weren't exactly sure how. So they had us installers go out and take a look at it. And once us installers go out, it basically becomes our baby, which is really cool and really good for this situation. So we get our eyes on the project, and then we notice, okay, this is going to require some construction, possibly engineering, and normally I would pass it to my boss, and he would take care of it. But for this situation, I talked to him and I said, I've got a group project for school, and he allowed me to ramrod this and be the go-to guy for this project, which was a really great experience for me. So we found out that we needed some construction to be done. So I met with the engineers instantly to see if that's even possible and to get their ideas and their approval on what we thought we could do. And then after we got that, met with them, I went and met with the construction crews to see their plan, their schedule, and tell them what we had going on, and presented the need to the construction group for this situation. And in this case, the engineers didn't need to do a big engineer. There wasn't a road board, there wasn't new pole placements, nothing major in that way that needed engineers stamped approval. They just kind of gave us the approval to make the changes rather than engineering and whatnot. So in a sense, I kind of became part of an engineer to tell them the plan. So it was fun. On the customers team, we had their office people who are the ones who saw the need for the order, put it in, and followed up with us. That was their managers, that type of thing. We have their IT personnel. IT personnel is those who are over their network, and they designed how they wanted it to happen. They told their office people what could happen and what they needed. And so once we met with the office and the IT people, we went and met with their construction crew, which since this was a major project and they were building a major plant here, and their construction crew, they have their construction foreman overseeing the construction along with their company men who oversee the construction foremans. And so I met with both of them, or all of them, big group of people, and they told them what we needed to have them do for Strata, and they told us what Strata needed to do for them. So it worked out really, really good. And their electricians, who are the ones who were running most of the lines, doing the work. So I met with the electricians to make sure everything was going to go the way everybody imagined it. So this is what we did. Can you see this picture here? The new building is over here, a big gas plant, and the big new shop right here. And there was never service anywhere to this shop. Right here, Strata had placed an empty head with empty conduit going across the road when they took fiber up the road to a system that feeds further north. And so it's just empty conduit. So we wanted to utilize that conduit going across the road to save us some time and money and everything else. This right here is where our cable connection, where we wanted to connect, and that's where we needed to have them connect to get them service. If you can see, there wasn't a connection point on this side of the road. The conduit went back to here to another connection point down the road further, and so we had to present it with the engineers. They gave us approval to dig up or place a line or whatever we needed to do. And the construction crew, after going out there, they decided it's going to be better to place a small section of cable from here to here, dig up and bring the conduit up rather than the cable. So they had excellent ideas, and it was just really fun to meet with people who have good ideas and come up with what we need. And so it was a lot of fun to meet with everybody and come up with a great game plan. So then once the construction crew did that, I went back. Whoops. There we go. We told the customers side that we've got the service to where we can get it. Now we need you to provide it from here to there, which they already knew about. And this is their end. Most of this is all power feeding their gas plant, compressors and stuff. But they had one of these they placed back to our pedestal that we were able to push our cable in to feed them. So, I'm really glad that our construction crew didn't have to deal with that, because that would have been a major mess trying to dodge all those power lines. Alright, then this was, they designed this place where they wanted us to have our pass-off point. So this is back to my job. This is what I did. It doesn't look very much here, but our cable comes in, splices in this box, and to their connection point. In this case, they asked for Strata to provide the modem and router to have so all they have is their switch. They didn't have to worry about a modem, they didn't have to worry about a router, they just needed their switch. So this was the pass-off point where we met with the electrician saying this is what they want here, and they're wanting the other data room in another room. So the soft skills that I learned was mainly communication. This company was based out of Houston, so I was meeting with emailing back and forth with people in Houston, with people in Denver, with people all over the Uinta Basin, and I had to make sure it was effective emailing back and forth with their company individuals and us, our construction individuals, our sales individuals. So I had a lot of emailing back and forth. Planning and organizing was informing people. Once I met with their construction crew, I would have to return it back to our construction crew, or vice versa. Or it was just, you had to keep everybody in the loop of what's going on, what stage we're at, when they're planning on doing the next stage, so that the upper management in Houston and Denver wouldn't come down on Strata's neck saying, how come this hasn't been installed? So it was very important for us to keep everybody in the loop. Leadership and management, since I was given the opportunity to be the go-to guy on this, everybody came to me with the questions or solutions or whatever, and I helped arrange the times for everybody to meet, or when the customer could expect us, for us, yeah. helped arrange that. It was really good. Trust and interdependence was probably second to communication on what I learned. Most of the time, I work by myself. I'm doing little projects, and I'm the one responsible to help that customer see the project to make sure it's working properly. But on this one, my portion of it was minimal compared to the amount of work that needed to be done. And I was able to learn that I needed to trust that the construction crews knew how to do their job better than I did, and the electricians knew how to do their job better than I did, and so on and so forth. It was just, it was a lot of fun to work on such a big project in this manner and have my portion of it be so crucial, but yet so minute to what the vast of work needed to be done. So I had a lot of fun doing this, and I learned a lot. So yeah, that was my team project, and so thank you.